please make some noise for Velvet Webb!
Thank you. I haven't had such a rapturous reception since I was mistaken for Bette Midler in the Sausage Aisle at Farm Foods. Now, I know what you're thinking. Actually, I don't want to know what you're thinking, but I know that some of you are thinking, I recognise that dress, and yes, you're absolutely right. This is one of the original costumes from my cult classic movie, Frankenstein '69. In which, as you'll remember, I played Dr. Barbara Frankenstein. All right, I'll say it. I'll say the iconic line. I'm preparing. It's what actors do. It's all in Stanislavski. I may be the world's most eminent brain surgeon, Roger. But I am still a woman. They don't write dialogue like that anymore. It's probably just as well. After the shoot, they gave me this dress because it was slightly soiled, and it's become a firm favourite over the years because it's elegant, it's forgiving, and if you vomit down it, it doesn't really notice. That's all I ask of a garment. But who would have thought that all these years, after starring in a film the Portsmouth Evening News described as perfectly adequate for the easily entertained, I would be appearing on stage at one of London's most notorious homosexual night spots on a bill featuring men dressed as women and goodness knows what other peculiar things. But I'm not fazed. I can see a lady over there who looks a little bit fazed. It's probably the unisex toilets. I was a little bit thrown by those myself at first, but I'm game for anything. Just ask the Archbishop of York. That was a night I'll never forget. I did get some rather strange looks when I was squatting over that urinal. But I suppose some people just aren't used to seeing such a limber, mature lady. I taught Jane Fonda everything she knows. I do consider myself very broad-minded when it comes to sexual matters. Nothing shocks you once you've done a summer season with the Crankies, let me tell you. And this was in Bognor Regis, the Sodom and Gomorrah of West Sussex. I've always been forward-thinking. Would they have given the title of Miss Sonatagen Tonic Wine 1968 to someone who was stuck in the past? Technically, they didn't give it to me. But only because Joanna Bonking Lumley, I'm minding my language here, poisoned those judges' minds against me. She's always been jealous of me. Build a bridge and get over it, Jojo. Oh, that's right, you tried and it got cancelled. Now, I do have quite a big gay following myself. His name's Brian. He's about 25 stone, bless him. He's been living in a caravanette on my forecourt for about 18 months now. I was going to have him removed, but he's proved surprisingly handy around the house. I had a big crack that needed filling, and he was more than happy to oblige. didn't do as smooth a job as a professional, and he did leave quite a lot of mess behind, but all he wanted for it was a bag of revels, and you can't say very much. Actually, it was Brian's idea that I should write my autobiography. I've called it A Touch of Velvet, because that's my name, Velvet Webb. That's just a little reminder, Ed, because I know some of my fan base are at the age where they're starting to forget things. And I've called it A Touch of Velvet because I do feel I've brought a touch of velvet into so many people's lives. It's part of the reason my stint on Crossroads was prematurely curtailed. In the book, you will find startling revelations. I was startled by some of them myself. Did you know, for instance, that Velvet Webb is not my real name? It's a stage name, or, as the French would say, a stage name. That's another of the revelations in the book, that I am in fact bilingual. I picked up quite a lot when I was over in France making a highly artistic film, Les Fleurs d'Amour, released over here as Secrets of a Nympho Nun. Now, I was actually christened, which may be hard to believe, but I was actually christened Ethel Griselda Hogsflesh, but happily, I was able to forgive my mother before she died last year at the age of 97. It's a great comfort to me that she died doing what she loved best, performing oral sex on a sailor. And how many people can say that? Well, none, because they're dead. Now, there are so many more things I'd love to tell you, but I can feel the tablets starting to kick in now. And besides, I want you to buy the book. You can get a copy from Brian. He's over at the bar. You can't miss him. He's the gentleman in the crop top with the complete screenplay of Gone with the Wind tattooed across his stomach. Excuse me a moment. Brian! Brian, darling, can you get me a large parfait amour? Well, gin then. No neat. Now, you may not have been able to hear Brian there. Normally, it's only me who can understand him. It's a bit like Sooty, except he's had more fists inside him. May I say, what an absolute pleasure it's been for you to have me this evening. And if there are any little casting people in the audience who feel like they might have a role for a lady who may not be as radiant as she once was, who can't always remember her lines, and who some rather cruel people might say has passed it, then Joanna Lumley is always looking for work. She'll be happy just to hear a human voice. You've been splendid. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show.